What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Toshi today. Hit that like button, you guys. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it. Here we are at about 3.035 right now. We have moved up a good bit, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days from the low, and you are up an overall massive 114%. Still at about a 72% pump from that low. That's nice. Even if you bought the highs down in this area, you're still up a good bit. So nice to see. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor. I don't expect that Toshi is going to just continue to move up in a straight line, but I also don't expect that this is the end of it. Maybe for a day, maybe for a week, maybe not. Maybe just continue to move here, but we're gonna try and figure that out right now. Daily RSI looks primed and ready, you guys. This actually looks spectacular. I love this formation. It looks perfect. It looks like a perfect double bottom. You're seeing the nice reaction. And generally, if this was a price chart, I would expect you to continue to grow immediately. You don't stop, especially on a daily basis. This actually does set you up, you guys. Toshi could do some phenomenal things here. And we've been expecting Toshi to do some phenomenal things. I mean, from this low, just to get to its all-time high, that in itself is about 11.5x. And 11.5x just to break above your new all-time high. What are you going to do whenever you continue? You're not going to stop there. You're going to continue. So where the minimum target that you would achieve just from that low, let's just see here. Hopefully I've got the right one. Hold on, let's see. That would give you a minimum target of like a 22x just from the low. From the current price, that's at about a 12x, 13x, but still phenomenal. Even after 115% growth over the last 6 days, you've got a 12x possibility at the low end of the targets. This thing's phenomenal. Now again, it's not going to happen in one day. Even if you continue now, it's not going to happen in one day. There will be opportunities, and not financial advice, not a financial advisor, but it's not in me to chase things. If I was looking to buy Toshi here, and I just might be, this is a fine price to buy. You are below the 236, but understand that you're chasing a little bit, right? You're buying the high. So what we have to do, again, I'm probably one of the few people on YouTube who will tell you that it's fine to buy something even after it bumps 100% in the last week, man. And maybe that's good practice, maybe that's bad practice. That's for you to decide, not for me to decide. None of this is financial advice anyways. But a lot of people are afraid of telling people, even in situations like this, to buy. But the thing is like oftentimes if you buy and you just wait, it'll continue to grow, right? It'll continue to grow. If the reason why people are hesitant to tell people to buy after a situation like this, or to give it the green light in their own words, because I'm not telling you guys to do, I'm just telling you my opinions, right? The reason why they have a hard time is they don't want to take the time to explain that if you buy here, it's fine. Just don't sell here. If it gets volatile, it could go down, right? It's just that little extra explanation that I feel like needs to be said. It's okay to buy here. In fact, even if you were to go down here, all I'm saying is this is still a perfectly fine area to buy, assuming that we recover, and I do assume we'll recover. It's just not a perfect area to buy if you're going to sell down here. If you can tell yourself, I'm not going to sell if we go lower, then yeah, buy here. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor. We're at 3.035. If you can stomach that, that's fine. Do we go down there? Do I expect we go down there? No. I'm just saying that I think we could go down there. It's a very possible outcome, right? Doesn't mean that we have to, but it's a possible outcome. What's also a possible outcome, and what I think I'd be more worried about, is not this maneuver, hell, even a slightly lower low and finding support at these prior areas of resistance. I'm not worried about that. I'd be worried about missing out on this. It's dramatically larger. It doesn't even come close. So buying here, hell yeah, it's a great time to buy. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor. It's a great time to buy, but it's not a great time to buy if you're on emotionally shaky grounds. Be solid. Be convicted. Get a taste. Buy a little bit more as it moves up without you. Throw the hammer down, FOMO, watch it dump, and still don't sell. Okay, you get the picture? Because ultimately you're going higher. Just be patient. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor, but this is just my thoughts. High to low, half a cent, 0.0045 cents, 0.01 cent, $1 right there. That's the target area. Yes, 1 cent is a possible outcome. Now I don't think we're going to see 1 cent, but we could. That's a 29x, guys, and we've seen bigger from coins that have higher market caps than this. So you could definitely see this by the end of this next move. When is this next move beginning? When does it end? I think we've already begun this next move. I think that it will end sometime by the end of June. So that's all the way out here. We've got a lot of time to make this move up, and Toshi does not need a lot of time to move. However, again, I don't think that we're just going to move all the way up there in one straight line. It will be methodical. You will find support and resistance and volatility all along the way until you hit the land of the promised, which at a minimum is at 0.045. At a maximum is at 1 cent. Could you go above that by the end of June? Yes, but I doubt it. Could you not hit this by the end of June? Yes, but I doubt it. Most likely you stop somewhere in between, and after June, as the cycle progresses, as we go into the end of the year, I think we will see targets that are as high as 2 cents, 5 cents, pushing 10 cents and higher is even a possibility from this point. Do we see 10 cents? It's not guaranteed. That's a multi-100x. It's a lot, but that's still a doable market cap for something like this. If we look at Toshi here, Toshi, this is why it's one of the only memes that I actually like talk about these days. Is I think that it has a lot of potential. Compared, there's a lot of smaller memes. Shout out to Jesus Coin on that note. I love Jesus Coin a lot, and I think it has a lot of potential. And there's some other memes too that I think are great. But whenever I talk about memes, whenever I'm saying memes, I'm meaning like the big memes, like Dogecoin, Shiba, Floki, Elon, Dogelon, whatever, those kind of bigger ones. What's the other guy's name? Why can't Wojak, Pepe, right? There's all these fart coin. I think Toshi, out of those kind of I don't want to call them legacy memes, but those kind of like bigger meme coins, I think that Toshi has a better chance of seeing some growth. It's at $143 million market cap, seeing a lot of volume come in here. If you were to see a 100x in this thing, that's a $14.3 billion market cap. Shiba last cycle saw an $80 billion market cap. So 100x is a 14.3. Let's just call it a 15 billion. Shiba did an $80 billion market cap last cycle, and all it was a wannabe Dogecoin, rip-off Dogecoin wannabe. It was a Dogecoin killer. That's what it came out to be, right? That's what its mission statement was. And it saw an $80 billion market cap. Toshi, not a Doge killer, not a Shiba killer. It's just its own thing, meme coin. It's got the right exposure. It's got the right on-ramps for investment. I think that it's going to be a big meme coin this cycle. We'll see if it is. But clearly there's some interest here relative to the market cap. I think that you have not just a 14.3, a $15 billion market cap, which would be 100x. I think that you have a 13 billion capability. Who knows? 60 billion could be a capability. That's a 400x at 60 billion, not even 60 billion. And when we talk about 400x, that would be well above 12 cents. So when I say 5 cents is a possibility, when I say 12 cents is a possibility, I mean, hell, it could even go higher than that. I don't think Toshi will be worth more than probably like 23, 25 cents by the end of the cycle. I personally don't even think that it will be worth more than 12 cents by the end of the cycle, but I think it could see prices around there, if not at least around 5 cents. It's very common with the 2272 to go just above it, so something right above 5.15 cents might be what we see, but something, if I had to feel the most kind of ideal about any of these areas, it'd be about 12 cents to 5.15 cents, somewhere in this area, probably a little bit above this, if anything, right? But that's the area that I feel most confident about. Second to that would be this area here, 2.6 cents to 2 cents. And I don't feel confident at all about lower prices. I don't think we would stop there. I think you might even see these prices in the next 3 months, let alone by the end of this cycle. So we'll see how that goes. I've got nothing else for you guys. Even at these lower ends, though, it's still phenomenal growth. 50x's, 75x's, it's not bad. Anything above 2.7 cents, and you're essentially validating the idea that you don't stop until 5 cents. And that's all expected by the end of this year, by the end of November, December, somewhere in Q4 for the end of cycle stuff. The end of this next move, which we're expecting to be somewhere around 0.0045. It's about 1 cent. That's end of this next move, which is going to be sometime in the end of May, end of June. I hope I made the points clear. I'm expecting that Toshi does continue to move up from here right now. That is the expectation. I think that you'll continue to move up to 305127. Up around that area, maybe even just a little bit above there, somewhere around these resistance points and support points. Once you find resistance there, you'll probably pull back to these same areas that you're at for support, or even slightly higher, and continue on your merry way over the months to come to these designated areas that we've given. So I got nothing else for you guys. Hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye.